About movies, music, and theater. I'm your host, Matt, and again, we are doing another news segment. I don't have any new updates in terms of organizing any recordings or anything. They will return, but I have kind of been enjoying doing this, and it also I check the news anyway, so this is part of my daily binge anyway. So if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel, like and subscribe, and do all those things both on the audio only on Spotify and on YouTube, which I am now officially posting to. So, um, the news for today. So, Oprah has resigned from the board of Weight Watchers, and she will put out a brand new special about weight loss. She has been quoted in saying, "I'm so excited about the show that I'm doing on the shame and blame and the weight loss revolution. I'm so excited because, as you all know, I've spent years in the business and have been shamed myself. And I just want people to be liberated and know that for so many people in this country who are suffering from weight and obesity, it's not your fault, it's your brain." So that was actually a quote from Oprah herself. Um, Interesting that she wants people to be liberated, considering all the stories we've heard from Taraji P. Henson on the set of The Color Purple. But I digress. Drake Bell, as in the news again because of a documentary called Quiet on the Set, which talks about the dark side of Nickelodeon, which is very. I have not watched it yet, but I'm very excited to watch it. But Drake Bell himself has blasted Boy Meets World stars for supporting um, abusers, specifically Brian Peck for writing a letter in support during his trial back in the day. Um, we must remember that Drake Bell also did have his own situation, so that story is incredibly murky and incredibly complex. But at the same time, we need to give voice to those who were abused by people in power as such. Rest in peace, David Schneidler, who wrote The King's Speech. He passed away recently at the age of 86, as well as rest in peace, Steve Harley, who was the front man of Cockney Rebel and who also recently passed at the age of 73. Timothy Chalamet is officially going to play Bob Dylan in a new biopic movie called A Complete Unknown. This also confirms the fact that Timothy Chalamet apparently is going to play every role in Hollywood. This man will not stop working. Reba McEntire addresses rumors that she called Taylor Swift an entitled little brat by saying, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet." This happened during a um, a moment where Reba McEntire thought that Taylor was acting very uh, um, drunken and very, crazy and what have you. Now, we have to remember Taylor Swift is a 30-year-old woman who is enjoying a great renewed success as well as getting her versions finally out there in the world. So let's not give it. Let's not look down on Taylor Swift too much. I know we like to build people up and then bring them down, but Taylor Swift is an incredibly talented person, and she is not entitled in the sense that she has actually worked very hard to get to where she is. Billy D. Williams says that Donald Glover is extremely talented and an imaginative actor, but there is only one Lando Calrissian. In another news, Billy D. Williams was asked if Disney asked him to play Lando Calrissian again, would he do it? And his response was, "Pay me a boatload of money." Good for you, Billy D, for making sure Disney pays out of the butt for that. Elizabeth Hurley is in a new movie which includes a sex scene that her son directed. That's right, her son is directing movies and specifically cast her in this movie to be in a sex scene. She is called doing the scene liberating, while the rest of us have called the scene disgusting. Bruno Mars has reportedly racked up $50 million in gambling debts at the MGM Casino in Las Vegas during his residency. How does that work? Bruno Mars gets paid, millions of dollars for a residency in Las Vegas, and then he racks up a gambling debt. Does that just mean that they just don't pay him? That it's basically just a wash, or is he going to have to pay? Or is it like federal taxes. You have to owe money because you were silly about things. Madonna has joined Kanye West or Ye West or whatever the heck he's calling himself now in yelling at fans who are in wheelchairs when they want everyone in their stadium concert to stand up. The fan is being a bigger person by saying Madonna didn't know, but it just goes to show that in addition to showing up late and forgetting what city she's in, she also has a huge ego where she thinks everyone should stand for her. Madonna, your prime has gone. You haven't had a successful album in multiple years, and you're starting to piss people off. It, just retire. You've got probably plenty of money that you don't need to worry about this stuff. Marvel has confirmed that amid cancellation concerns, Wonder Man and Ironheart are still on the line to be released as Disney Plus shows. That's right, Wonder Man and Ironheart, to which two of the fans who still care can breathe a sigh of relief. Marvel, of course, has been going through its own little, shall we call, difficulties recently. So the fact that anything is going to be released from Marvel and that it's even going to be Kevin Feige approved is quite astounding. Phantom of the Opera, Andrew Lloyd Webber's masterpiece, co-written by Richard Stigwood and Charles Hart, is going to be revived. That's right, it is coming back, but this time it is going to be done as a German VR roller coaster. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera will be a VR German roller coaster. I don't have specifics on what that's going to entail, but I don't know if I really want a VR roller coaster whipping me around while the Phantom is screaming in my ear, or the only thing I can say that would be cool is if the final drop is right when he yells go and you almost get hit by a chandelier. Now remember, German roller coasters and things are a lot different than American, where safety is something of a secondary nature. Finally, and this is the only political thing I will get into, is that Donald Trump has reported, former President Donald Trump, I should say, and now presidential nominee for the Republican Party, has reportedly been upset about Jimmy Kimmel's joke at the Oscars about him. And he says that he is an untalented man. This is Donald Trump talking about Jimmy Kimmel. That he is an untalented man, not funny, and the ratings for the Oscars were, in fact, really bad. This is all well and good. The thing that we have to remember about Jimmy Kimmel is not only does he have an ongoing fake feud with Matt Damon, but that he has also never incited a military coup in this country, which apparently now former President Trump is now taking credit for and wants another, as well as a bloodbath if he does not get elected. Good luck. On other notes, um, please check out Chris Rose's Mass Mouse fans website. There is a March Madness bracket happening. That's right. That's going to be very exciting. We're going to be recording that episode soon, and that will be out. In fact, new episodes of the Mass Mouse fans, co-hosted by myself and Chris Rose, are now available on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts. I will also endeavor to include Disney news in the future. Again, this is just something fun I'm doing. It's a way to keep the channel alive and a way for me to not have to spend so much money on therapy if I don't need it. Um, that's a lie. I do need it. But beyond that, always check out new episodes of the podcast. Like I said, there will be new episodes coming concerning top 10 lists and movies coming out. We will be doing an Oscar recap that Andrew Quinney and myself will do at some point, which will be very exciting. But beyond that, I'm very excited to be back. I'm very excited that people hopefully will be watching, and I hope you continue to subscribe and enjoy the content. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.